Okay, so here we have a rotten post. Once I removed all the wall material, I found that this post was not supportive at all, which was causing a lot of bouncing in the stairs. So I'm going to remove this section and put in a precast header. It will be supported there by the beam and replace this entire section of floor. So now I have a post here that is currently supporting the stairway, and this will allow me to remove this post, which is just completely rotten. It's dry rotting. So I'm going to I'll need to level the stairs and just get all this ready for removal. So here I'm chiseling it all out. It's just an aerated brick, so it's not really difficult to remove. And so what I'm doing is just cutting it back to where I can get my header in there. And you can see here that so the header didn't fit, so I need to remove back just a little bit further or a little bit more material so that I can get the header in there. And so now I'm going to get the header in there and try to get it level and just see what I have to do to make it fit in and be supportive. So I'm using a brick here just to kind of space it up and give me some idea of what I'm going to need to do and how much material I'm going to need to make this be supportive. Now I have these blue adjustable struts here. Use those to push up on the header, and that will give me the proper distance that I'll need to cut my bricks and use them to space it out. So these are pretty easy to use. They you get them close and then just screw the shaft to adjust them where you want them. And so now I can see exactly how far I'm off. Okay, so you can see here, maybe a little dark, but our bubble is not in the middle. We need to be about there. You can see the gap here. But you can see that we're touching, the stair tread is touching here. So that shows that our stairs are dropping probably about an inch by the time we get out here to the edge. So what I want to do is try to shim underneath here toward the back edge, and then once I've got it lifted, I've got the stairway kind of lifted, and I'm probably just going to use a floor jack to jack up on the bottom of this post here, push it up, and then I can shim under here, and then I can put my mortar in. So I'm gonna get that done, and then I'm just gonna stand a brick up over here and mortar it in really nice. This isn't like super structural here because this span here is attached to the wall, and here the post will be supporting it. So the steps touching is not really all that important, and this header is really only coming into play right here at the post. So I think we should be okay. And then once I get my wall built, the wall itself will support the stair stringer there. So, but until then, I need to get this supported and stable, and I think this is going to be like the perfect solution to the problem I've got here. So I'm going to continue working on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is jack up on this support here, So right now I'm gonna build the bracing so that the jack will hit a bracket and jack up on the bracket. But I need to probably add a support here. I've got, I don't know, 5 or 6 screws in the thing here, and I'm not sure if that, I think it should hold. And then put my L bracket on here and then jack up on the L bracket. I don't think it's gonna take that much pressure, but we'll see how much it takes. So what I'm gonna do is put the board under the jack, and that'll kind of distribute the weight so it's not putting so much pressure just right there on the wheels. Gives it a little extra support. And then we'll see. I mean, I need to probably jack it up at this point, probably 1/2 an inch at least, and then we'll see how far we go. And I can always just shim underneath this post once I've got it where I want it, once I've got this area level here. All right, so now we have a level bubble here. So that bottom step is as close to level as it needs to be. So you can see there's the gap. So now I'm gonna shim the support here and get it up level basically with the floor here. And then I can start I can figure out exactly what I need as spacers, and I'm just gonna leave this jack here to keep it supported while this dries. Well, I think I have got it level. I've got my block cut over here. It's got enough room for me to put some mortar in there. I'm going to mortar the back, the bottom, and the top. I'm going to mortar underneath here. I don't know if I'm going to leave this here. Maybe I do. But I'm going to mortar underneath here and underneath here, so it's fully encapsulated. And then once that is set up and I can remove these stands, then I'm going to put a board underneath here and then fill in with concrete in between here. So that gives me a nice landing pad for my post. But as you can see here, there's a gap here. Now it touches the wall on the other side. So as you can see, the stair step angles from the corner to the post is kind of an angle, but I want this post to sit on this beam, and then we know it's sturdy. Now the new post will fully extend out onto the old flooring, so it's not super critical, but I'd rather be safe than sorry in the future. As you can see, this board is just, it's literally disintegrating. It's just, I think from the moisture coming from the basement, it's basically dry rotted itself. So when we put the new board in, I'm going to paint it and protect it from moisture. So I think we'll be safe there. And we're touching nicely all the way across, nice and level. So I'm going to get to mixing up some mortar and bed this thing in. Okay, now we've got it nice and bedded in. I used some red brick as filler material. Actually fit pretty tight in there, so that's good. Did some bricks down in here, some little spacer bricks. Got this one all nice bedded in, attached to the wall. Actually put some on top and then against the wall, so this is, you know, kind of shaping to the wall. Bed here, bed on the other side. So it's completely encapsulated in mortar. Shouldn't go anywhere, sitting on a nice ledge. So this is much more supportive than what was ever here before, because this thing is super strong. It's steel reinforced concrete, and it's made to be a header, where this other was just blocks that were glued together or mortared together in an arch. You can see the arch here. And so, not that it's not strong, but as you can see here, we've got lots of stress cracks and settling going on. So this is actually sitting on the beam, which is sitting on the main wall, and that beam goes all the way across into the other room. So that should support the stairwell plenty. So that task is complete. Now, like I said, when it's dry, I'm gonna just use these stands to put a board under here, and then I'm gonna backfill all this with actual concrete and get it filled in nice and solid so that it's ready for new flooring up top. All right, well, that task is complete.